All right, David, thank you very much. We continue tonight with team coverage on a tragic story out of Varnell, Georgia. Police say a man shot and killed his ex-girlfriend and their 8-year-old son before turning the gun on himself.
Tonight, that woman's family is painting a picture detailing the years of physical and emotional abuse they say Mandi Ball suffered at the hands of her alleged killer, Eric Whitmore. News Channel 9's Alyssa Sperato joins us now live. Alyssa, what have you learned?
Good evening, Calvin and Kim. Now, I'm just going to take a look here. Ever since we've been here, probably for a couple hours now, this memorial has grown by a lot. There's two girls that just stopped by here. They had a notepad and they were writing something on the gas pumps. A lot of people have been giving stuffed animals and things like that. Now, the shooting happened right over there at Pump 12, and we spoke to Melissa's family that just in a few short seconds that followed meeting her ex-boyfriend here to pick up her 8-year-old son, that woman, Mandi Ball's worst dream became a reality. Mandi Ball recalls the day her sister Melissa met Christopher Eric Whitmore, who was known as Eric. Melissa was 14 years old and Eric was 12 years older. It was a relationship that Ball says seemed tumultuous from the start.
She had told us some about him threatening to kill her and stuff, and mostly she would tell us he threatened to commit suicide.
Eric and Melissa had a baby boy named Graydon, but the problems only seemed to get worse, and according to Mandi, the couple's troubles were hard on their child.
He had a lot of problems from living in a home like that, and my sister done everything she could do to try to make the family work, and I honestly think she was not only scared, that's all she knew.
In November, Ball says Whitmore threatened suicide and her sister called deputies.
They had went out and escorted him to Highland Rivers, and he checked himself out, and they went back to the home and took him back to be evaluated for the whole 72 hours. They wouldn't let him out, but then they let him out and said he was fine.
Ball says that Whitmore got his pistol back once that evaluation was complete.
I've always been worried even if he didn't have a gun. He always just seemed on edge to me because I've seen how he reacts in certain ways, not like anything totally crazy in front of me, but you can just tell, you can see signs of mental illness.
Melissa called police at least 2 other times. Just last month, Ball called the Dalton police and said Whitmore was stalking and harassing her.
It's our belief and understanding that there have been a few instances in the past of some domestic violence, which may lead up to what occurred last night. Doesn't necessarily justify it, but it appears that there may have been a few instances, a little bit of a history, from him.
Mandi says the couple often fought over their son Graydon, and she believes that ongoing disagreement was at the heart of last night's shooting. She says Melissa was trying to keep Eric away from Graydon, and she was angry that he picked up the child from Beaverdale Elementary anyway. They met at this gas station for Eric to return Graydon to his mother, and that's when the argument and shooting followed.
If he wanted to kill himself, that was all right to me if you're that miserable, but to take your child's life, I just don't understand.
And again, a lot of people here in the Varnell community coming to pump number 12 here at this gas station, paying their respects to Melissa and Graydon. We just received funeral arrangements from Mandi, Melissa's sister. She says that on Sunday from 5 to 9 there will be a visitation at Dalton Funeral Home, and then on Monday at 2 o'clock will be the funeral. The family is asking for any motorcycles that want to help out in that processional. They said those are needed to escort Melissa and Graydon to their final resting place. Of course, we will continue to follow this developing story and bring you any updates as soon as we get them. Reporting live in Varnell, Alyssa Sperato, News Channel 9.